Now, your forecast first. Sponsored by Alvin Barnes, your local country financial insurance agent.
Good evening. I'm your local weather authority chief meteorologist Chris Yates. It has once again been a fantastic day. 73 degrees in Peoria. Skies mostly clear and a wonderful looking shot on the Goods furniture camera. Throughout the region, we have temperatures now at 73 Peoria, but some 60s from Lake into Kewanee into Galesburg and Macomb. Meanwhile, Bloomington Normal is now at a comfortable 71. And overnight tonight, skies remain mostly clear. There might be a few clouds from time to time. Temperatures will be dropping down into the lower 60s. We'll be cranking up the heat just a little bit over the next couple of days. We'll have that forecast coming up. WYZZ News at 9 starts now.
Tonight at 9, Governor Pritzker is aiming to protect the rights of employees. We'll share the law he signed in an effort to close the wage gap between men and women. Also, Fond du Lac Park District Police are warning community members about graffiti in the area and the penalties a person could face if caught. And the River City Pride Festival is kicking off tonight. What the community can expect to see at that event. Well, a local church is looking to move into the old Ting School building in the south side of Peoria, and that tops our 9 at 9 tonight. As always, thanks for joining us. I'm Eugene Daniel. The Peoria Planning and Zoning Commission approved today Divergent City Church's plans to use the building for worship service and also a community center. So now in 3 weeks, the City Council will take a look for approval, and Rosario Dominguez tells us what leaders are planning to do if the council signs off.
We want to have a staple in this community where kids can come and feel safe in, instead of running out to the streets to commit crimes, to do other things.
The old Ting School building in the south end of Peoria has stood with no activity since 2010. But that all can change if Divergent City Church gets approved to make use of it.
What we're looking to do is to have our worship center in it, have sports and recreation programs for the children and adults, and then also have just educational and enrichment programs for all ages.
The building is located in the middle of the neighborhood, which can be convenient for the mission of the church there.
It's part of our overall vision, which is to revitalize the South End. We want to be a presence here that's not just here doing church, but that's a presence here to do community with. And we think this school affords us the ability to revitalize the neighborhood. Let this be a start to bringing the South End back up to where it should be.
George Garib, member of the Planning and Zoning Commission, says using this space for a church and community center is good use of that space.
It's empty, it's boarded up. What's the use of it now except it's collecting dust and really does not provide the community with a nice atmosphere. Hopefully this will rejuvenate the area, bring some energy and momentum to the area.
In Peoria, Rosario Dominguez, WYZZ News.
And we're learning more tonight about the situation that led to a Peoria City Councilman's arrest. At-large Councilman Zach Euler was arrested Tuesday night after a domestic battery call, where Euler's wife, Heather, has filed an order of protection against him. And according to that order, Mrs. Euler alleges when the councilman came home from a bar that night, he took her phone, yelled at her, and assaulted her. She claims that he wrapped his arm around her neck and threw her down, and after retrieving her phone, she called 911. Now, the report also alleges numerous sexual assaults, the most recent being last Friday. Euler's next court appearance is scheduled for September 11th. Well, voters in Tazewell County will save over $280,000 when they cast their votes next year. Last night, after weeks of discussion, Tazewell County board members approved consolidating voter precincts. The board approved the consolidation in a 13-6 vote, beginning with the presidential election in November. Now the number of polling places will be decreased from 135 to 109. Now, John Ackerman there said voters will be mailed new voter registration cards with polling location near the end of August. And the Peoria County Board is expected to appoint a new state's attorney on Tuesday. A special meeting will be held at 4:30 in the afternoon at the Peoria County Courthouse. Of course, this comes after the death of longtime state's attorney, Jerry Brady. He was the state's attorney for 8 years, a native of Illinois. And sad news tonight from Woodford County. The woman who created a museum dedicated to Archbishop Fulton Sheen passed away. The family of Karen Flutie says she became fascinated by the Archbishop after learning her office in El Paso was located right underneath his birthplace. When she later retired, she founded the Archbishop Fulton Sheen Spiritual Center, and it became her passion. And last year, Fultie went to Rome to meet with Pope Francis about possible canonization. Now, earlier this year, Sheen was recognized by Pope Francis for performing a miracle which cleared the way for beatification. Well, Illinois workers will no longer have to disclose their salary history to employers under a new state law. Governor Pritzker signed a law that bars employers from asking job applicants how much they made in previous jobs. Supporters of the Equal Pay Act say it's designed to close the wage gap between men and women, and the measure takes effect in 60 days and allows workers to seek up to $10,000 in damages if employers violate that law. It also protects the right of employees to discuss their salaries and benefits with coworkers. Well, as the school year approaches, teachers are preparing to welcome their students. With the help of a local store, teachers can actually find almost everything they need for a classroom. And Treasurer Roberts joins us now live at Schoolhouse Express at the shops at Grand Prairie. Treasurer, how are these teachers celebrating tonight?
Well, Eugene, yes, I'm down here at Schoolhouse Express, and they've been down here since 7 p.m. with their back-to-school event. It's Schoolhouse Express's 1-year anniversary, and they're choosing to celebrate it by celebrating teachers. Now, they have a store-wide discount going on today because a lot of times teachers tend to dip in their own pockets just to provide the supplies and decorations they need for students in their classrooms. But actually, little do you all know, or the people know that are in this store right now, I was chosen to choose anybody in the store to get all their school supplies they choose here tonight on the house. And I'm actually going to walk around and surprise somebody right now. So I want you all to follow me, and let's just see how this makes somebody's night. Now, I don't know who to choose. I've been thinking about it for the past minute or so. Let's see who we're gonna choose. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Hi. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you?
What's your name?
Karen Burris.
Nice to meet you, Karen. Well, I just want to let you know that any school supplies you get tonight are going to be on the house. I was chosen to choose anybody in here randomly.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding. I'm serious.
Okay.
I'm so serious right now. So how are you feeling?
Pretty excited. And wish you were here about 3 days ago when I was last in here.
Well, it's okay because tonight you get it all free. So
Okay.
Tell me what you're looking forward to this school year.
I'm looking forward to my 20th year and just laughing and enjoying the kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And tell me why you love Schoolhouse Express.
Because it's kind of fun. This is like a playground for teachers, and we just get a chance to laugh and look around and dream, because I can't get it all. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. I hope you're excited. I'm glad that you get your school supplies on the house. And we'll have more for you about Schoolhouse Express coming up tonight in Peoria. Treasurer Roberts, WYZZ News.
I am sure she just made that teacher's night. That is absolutely amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, absolutely. Well, look, there's great news also for parents. For kids who ride buses in Peoria Public Schools, now they have 2 new ways to track students' bus information. The Transportation Department says it's implemented the 2 options to lift those parental concerns. E-Link is one of those options. It's a web-based service. It allows parents to look up student bus information, and then the other is Versatran MyStop. It's a free mobile app that you can download to your smartphone, and the app will let you see when the bus is approaching the bus stop.
If the bus is running behind, say 5 minutes, obviously the parents are going to know that without having to call us, without having to to do anything to try to find that out. They're going to be continuously updated.
We have more information on both of those services and how they work. Just simply go over to our CI Proud to Go mobile app, which is also free to download. Looks like it could be a neat usage for parents. Well, the Fond du Lac Park District Police Department is warning the community that you could be charged with a misdemeanor for tagging its trails with graffiti. It's an issue that they've seen more of, and under the Illinois statute, the severity of criminal damage to property depends on the amount of damage that is caused. For property damage under $300, it's a Class A misdemeanor. The maximum sentence is in time is a year served at the county jail. Now, Fond du Lac officers say the graffiti must stop.
The problem with it is that the inappropriate pictures, the words that were being tagged on the walls, not appropriate for children, really anyone to see. So we decided to paint over it.
The Park District has been paying to cover up the graffiti, but say if you get caught tagging or painting, the Park District will take legal action. Well, tonight is the kickoff of the River City Pride Festival, and the Peoria Chiefs are celebrating the LGBTQ community and asked several local drag queens to come out and participate. So there's lots to do and see this weekend during the festival, including bar crawls and performances and even health checkups. There's also free testing and hepatitis A vaccinations to be provided. Now, a local drag queen says she thinks the city is taking a step in the right direction.
I think it is just in the time and the age that we have going right now that it's time for us to be who we are and stop hiding away. It's a rough time in America right now, so why not just amplify ourselves and be like, hey, here we are.
Peoria Proud is looking for volunteers to help during the festival. If you're interested, you can find out how to sign up on our website, ciproud.com. Well, I mean, if they're going to be being outside and having a good time, it's probably a good thing to know what the weather is like. So let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Chris, what can people expect this weekend?
If you want to take everything we've had so far this week and just push it over into tomorrow's weather, you can expect much of the same. I will say, though, this has got to be the greatest stretch of late July, early August weather I think we've ever seen as far as how comfortable it's been. I know we would love to get some rainfall, and it's just not in the cards, at least not yet. We will have some opportunities early next week. Another day with temperatures in the low to mid 80s, a few degrees below average, but what's really making it feel good out there is just the dry air. Dew points have been in the 50s for the past couple of days. No different this afternoon or this evening. Now, skies are mostly clear. There are a few high cirrus clouds that are going to be kind of pushing into western parts of the state through this evening, but nothing that's going to impact us. No rain. Temperatures are going to remain nice and comfortable. High pressure, well, it's not going anywhere. It's going to be hanging around at least the upper Midwest, around Lake Michigan for the next 24 hours. We do need some water out there, so if you need to get your lawn watered, here's a look at where the best times to water. Early tomorrow morning, prior to right around up to about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning will be the best. You want to water any later than that. And if you have to water at least late afternoon and early evening, you want to do so before about 9 p.m., 10 p.m. as well. Don't want to keep the grass wet overnight, as that could lead to some fungus developing on your lawn. But best times to water, do so early tomorrow morning. You get that grass looking green in no time. Now, will Mother Nature be helping out anytime soon? I'll break down your full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Eugene?
Coming up, establishing a piece of history in the Twin Cities through a sweet treat. Allie Reed shares the story of a man's inspiration to opening a business based off of his childhood. Then one local female is combining her passion for fashion and a music unique store. Shelby Roberts shares her story in this week's Open for Business. And then later in sports, high school football season begins in 11 days with the start of fall practice, but area schools have been busy this summer getting ready. Kurt Pegler has that story again later in sports.
You're watching WYZZ News at 9 with Eugene Daniel, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WYZZ News at 9.